If you tell me that during the start of the season, Casemiro would end up one of, if not the worst player in Man United squad right after Aaron Wan-Bissaka, I would definitely laugh at your face so hard due to the fact Casemiro last season has shown his quality on and off the ball, being the world-class holding midfielder that Man United missed for so long. Besides, when Casemiro was down either through injury or too significant suspension, Man United had been struggling massively as their win rate with and without Casemiro were very wide apart. However, coming close to the end of a turbulent season, it had been safe to say that Casemiro really had something wrong in his game, not just one or two matches. It's like most of the matches the Brazilian involved have been disastrous so many times to count. Even go as far at times, Casemiro present had really been a liability for Man United to move on. That begs the ultimate question, what happened to Casemiro? Was it due to Erik ten Hag's tactics, or was it Casemiro really slowing down because of his aging legs? So in this video, we will have a look in a number of factors affecting Casemiro and should Man United cash in on him the coming transfer window. In case you didn't know, what is up ladies and gentlemen, I am Marvin, codename CM. Welcome to the Code United channel once again. If you in any shape or form stumble into this channel and somehow some way like this kind of content, do please like, share and subscribe to this channel, as each of your precious subscription will be a massive motivation for me to upload new content. And don't forget to ring the notification bell for every new upload. With that said, let's get straight into the video. Tell them I will fix this was the confident message Casemiro sent to his agent after watching the horrendous United 4-0 defeat to Brentford on the August 13th, and after confirming a deal worth up to £70 million with Real Madrid a week later. He had become the integral part to Erik ten Hag's first season in England. And the following January, United manager Ten Hag described Casemiro as the cement between the stones, highlighting the importance of his defensive work, organizational skills, and leadership. With countless of man of the match performance even show his offensive side, throwing amusing line-breaking through ball while also be an aerial threat, scoring the first goal in the Carabao Cup final that eventually helped Man United won their first title in 5 seasons. While the two controversy suspensions zapped some of his performance, but overall his defensive contribution corresponded with Eriksen's pure playmaker with significant less defensive work rate. Also, Casemiro shows he could bring up his game on an occasion as a regista when pairing with a high engine but less creative Brazilian threat. While coming to this season, Casemiro was expected to continue as the best CDM or holding midfielder in the world, but his second year in the English football has been confounding and marred by a handful of injury and institutional dysfunction within the club. The cement between the stones seems to be more like an aging concrete waiting to crumble at any time. Why? What really happened to Casemiro? We will split into two sections with the offense and the defense. To me, there were two different things occur on the defense and one item happens on the offensive side that made Casemiro struggling this season. Kickstart with his bread and butter defense. Casemiro's first item was Erik ten Hag's tactics approach and his own defensive awareness. Erik ten Hag had been very risky and open tactics approach in the midfield by pushing both free aids or attacking midfielders quite high while tasked the holding midfielder to be the sole pivot, isolate them to be the shield between the midfield and the centre backs, with at times the fullbacks tucked in central help out to ease the defense duty. But in the Erik ten Hag system, even one of the fullbacks, particularly Dalot, tasked to bomb forward, form a 6 players up front to overload the opponent's line. This led to, after a turnover or a quick transaction from the opponent, Casemiro required to cover massive spaces on both sides, while against quicker teams will quickly face a numerical disadvantage like 4v3 or even a 5v2 situation. In spite of that, this situation can be eased by having a recovery pace of Rafael Varane and a front foot defending by Martinez to slow down the attack. But other than these two defenders, other Man United defenders do not possess a top level retaining skills or the pace to recover, hence resulted Man United this season many times got past the midfield way too easily and had considered close to the most shot on goal this season among the Premier League teams. Due to the injury crisis happened on Man United defense line, led to Casemiro at times had to play as a centre back, yet playing deeper did not really help Man United a lot. As Casemiro possessed a strong tackling ability and aerial presence, His awareness really detriment for Man United, as the match against Burnley, the late minute penalty considered was done by Casemiro ill-fated attempt header to Onana, but fell short, resulted the whole line panic, and Onana rushed late causes the clash him and the Burnley player, and the penalty was considered. Second item happened for Casemiro was his diminishing defensive and tackling ability. Once known as the one of the best tackler and a shield for the prestigious Real Madrid team and his first season in Man United, this season had been obvious Casemiro really slowing down in getting back to defensive position. Even last season, Casemiro was not struggling a lot. He was helped by his Brazilian teammate Fred, a now considered an underrated player. Although erratic in his game, but contained a high engine and wide ground coverage on both ends, allowed Casemiro to much focus on his side of things. On this season, the departure of Fred and incoming a much more offensive-minded Mason Mount meant that Casemiro tasked to be much more responsible to cover more grounds, eventually exposed his lack of fitness and physicality to do so. As his 2.2 dribble pass this season compared with 1.6 dribble pass last season illustrated his depleting ability in retaining the opponent. Furthermore, due to the lack of physicality in winning back possession, Casemiro's tackling technique had increasingly worrying as he attempted a more riskier sliding tackles much more often. With last season he attempted 3.2 tackles but remained 0.6 possession won, including a 54% ground duels win rate, while this season he maintained a high 3 tackles per game but only won 0.1 possession with 47 ground duel win rate. This shows he's no longer an effective counter-presser. United are way leakier in and around their penalty area and less likely to work the ball towards the opposition's one. On the other side of things, Casemiro, a low-key deadly scorer with 5 goals and 3 assists in his 20 matches played this season, his passing has been a key area of criticism. Upon joining Man United, Casemiro shows a capable passing range and progressive passing with occasion deliver a flashy no-look pass in the Chelsea game. But Casemiro this season had been more than desired, with playing countless hospital passes or prone to get dispossessed, especially when opponent often tackle from his back, where he had been struggling to cope with. This weakness led to Casemiro this season had a tendency to release far more long passes early to the wingers or the striker instead of retaining the ball patiently. Casemiro's aggressive long passes also reflected in his stats, with last season attempted 3.4 long passes with 56 accuracy compared to this season 2.9 long passes with 53%, although the number do not differ too much. But Casemiro last season capable to deliver a front press after losing possession, yet this season with his decreased ability to do that really causes Man United unable to retain the possession, and with both Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes in the team, you can really expect a basketball-like game in a football match. Coming back to the question, what really happened to Casemiro? Well, going through the above items, it can say that Casemiro have a mixture of losing his famed defensive ability and the ambitious Aretana tactics approach. Even though it is hard to imagine that Casemiro previous season getting sold for 70 million but shows to be the world-class holding midfielder and a crucial piece for Aretana's successful first season really matches the price tag. His following season saw him age significantly, plus Aretana tactics allowed Man United far exposed in the midfield, adding much salt to an already injured wound. That begs another question: if Casemiro to be let go the coming transfer window? To me, I'm on the fence but leaning more on cashing him out due to the fact Man United coming the window had been seen a milestone for a whole new era and would definitely reshuffle on many positions, with the reports that apart from Højlund, Man Utd and Garnacho, all players were available to be sold. However, this move will see Man United selling multiple players at the same time and will need to bring in even more players. In addition, Casemiro right now were on the wrong side of the 30s, meant that he will only go down from there. So if Man United capable to move in and out of players very quickly, cashing in Casemiro in the 15 to 20 million range will be the price, but if not, we'll prefer Casemiro as the backup midfielder for Man United. That's the end of the video. What do you guys think? What's your take on Casemiro issue this season? And will you sell him on this coming transfer window? Comment down below so that we can have a discussion. Hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you all in the next one.